This is John Young with the Weekend Handyman. Today we're going to be looking at two of the Jobsite work lights out there, one from Ryobi Tools and a second from the DEWALT Tools Company. We have two LED spotlights, Jobsite spotlights here. The Ryobi uses their 1+ battery. This is an 18-volt battery. I'm using the 4 amp hour battery, so this is the bigger battery that costs just a little bit more, but it gets you a lot of runtime. And the DEWALT, I'm using, it's the 20-volt max battery, lithium-ion rechargeable in both cases. This is just a 3 amp hour battery. You can use any battery. Really, the amp hour just means it's going to last, give you a little bit more runtime if it's a good battery. Granted, if over time all batteries decay, it's just the nature of the beast, unfortunately. But these two spotlights are very similar in many ways. Voltage is about the same, 12 or 20 volt compared to an 18. But what they allow you to do is you're going to be able to shine and see a long way. Now, the Ryobi has a high and a medium and off, or a high, low, and off. The DEWALT has a bright white, and then it goes to a red, and then it has off. So if you're needing to have red for some reason, you're looking at the DEWALT because you have your high beam, which you see the 3 LEDs, then you go to the bottom, which is the red. With the Ryobi, we have all 7 3-watt LEDs going here, and then of course we've got a step down and off. Depending upon your needs, each one has its positives and negatives. For using it in a job situation where, say, if I wanted to do something on the wall, now the Ryobi is rigid. There is no adjustability or flexibility with this, where the DEWALT can tip. So that's going to be a little bit of a nod to the DEWALT because it's going to be able to adjust a little bit for what we want to do. I want to see if this will work now. I want to shine these back here. There's high beam on the Ryobi, and there is the high beam on, there we go, on the DEWALT. Now in the video, you're seeing that the Ryobi makes a much brighter circle and a much larger circle. The hot spot on the Ryobi is much right in the middle there is brighter than it is on the DEWALT. Now the interesting thing when I'm comparing these outside at night, let me just shut these off, is that the Ryobi will give me a longer, brighter throw right down the middle. I'm going to get a nice sharp beam that will be very bright right in the middle. Now at a distance of about 125 to 150 feet, you're going to see that this is brighter for that like 8-foot circle at 150 feet. But the DEWALT will give me it's not quite as bright, but it will give me a larger area at that distance. Then, as you saw, let me get back here. Now again, you're looking at the Ryobi right here, and you see that it has a much larger circle in the video. It has the hot spot in the middle, and then has a wider kind of diffused area that is brighter than the diffused area on the DEWALT. But the DEWALT, when you go and you're actually outside, the DEWALT kind of that umbra area, we'll call it, of the light, is actually just a little bit brighter. It doesn't show here as much as it does outside. So for long distance, the Ryobi gives me that longer throw. I can hit a street sign about a half mile away, and you can make that sign glow with the Ryobi. We're getting half miles, kind of pushing it with the DEWALT. You can kind of see that it's hitting it, but not as much as it is with the Ryobi. But if we're looking at, say, about 100 yards out, and we want a bigger area, it seems that the DEWALT kind of gave me a little bit larger because of that little circle right in the center, which you really can't see. But that little circle is actually a little bit larger than it is on the Ryobi. So each one has its positives and negatives depending upon what you're looking for a light. Warranty, the Ryobi comes with a 90-day warranty basically, and the DEWALT comes with a 1-year plus depending upon what components and such. They're both kind of covered a little bit differently. They're at different price points also. We'll put links in the description below so you can check both of these out. But if you're looking for a spotlight, a Jobsite spotlight, I think either of these could be a great option. The biggest thing will be is if you need red, if you need the flexibility, and then of course what batteries you already have in your shop. If you've got one or the other, either light's going to be a great option for you. This is John Young with the Weekend Handyman.
For more tips and how-to videos, go to weekendhandyman.com.